Live and direct, we come and never pre-recorded, with information that will never be reported. Disregard the mainstream, media distorted. We come and listen and support it.
Hey, what's up, beautiful people? This is Zach Sweat with Eternal Strength. Thank you so much for tuning in to Eternal Strength Pirate Radio, and please be sure to check back each week as new episodes will be released.
Awesome. Welcome to Pirate Radio, Eternal Strength's official podcast. We are here with the Book Bank Foundation. We are here with David, Dr. Toby, Alex Bush.
Yes,
What's
ma'am.
up?
Thanks for having us here.
Thanks for having us.
What's up is this amazing facility and this healing space. That's what's up.
Yeah, we love this place.
Yeah.
We'll cut an intro kind of telling a little bit about the foundation, but I was wondering if you guys could just open up a conversation about what you're seeing with the youth that you guys work with. And I know that embedded in what you're doing is leadership development and literacy and all of that. But when I came out for community service with y'all for the Clean Up the Block, what really stood out to me was how you spoke about the symbolic work of not just cleaning up the trash that's on the street, but cleaning out your heart and all of that. And so I just kind of want to open up that space. If you could talk to me more about what you think about when you're working with these youth.
Well, Book Bank Foundation is primarily an education-based, not-for-profit. We believe that a lack of education, a lack of resources are the first step into incarceration, mental illness, crime, and disparity, economic, emotionally, even as it relates to civil law, civil disruption. We also have defined different modalities and pathways to healing help. We do a reach up, not just a reach out. Oftentimes people are reaching in more, like people need more help more immediately, whether they're being delivered by the criminal justice systems, relatives, friends, or just these ecosystems that are failing. So we've been around for 26 years, Book Bank Foundation. We're doing a lot of different programs, and we run across these young people in our service work. Many of them displaced, some of them without food, without access to jobs, without leadership or mentorship. And we come up with these proactive programs that have been really effective. And, David, our CEO, can tell you a little bit about some of the programs we're running right now and kind of tell you what we're seeing and what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. So right now, the program that we're having the most impact with is Groceries to Grow. Groceries to Grow impacts 600 plus families a week. It's around 2,000 plus people. Alex Bush is on the front line with myself, and we're physically making sure that our seniors, our low-income families, our veterans, and our citizens with disabilities are serviced. And we use this program as the tip of the spear to get into spaces and communities and kind of establish our flag in the ground so we can spread out Maslow's hierarchy of need, foods, clothes, shelter, and navigate people up the pyramid. We've been doing a bus tour for the last 26 years. That was a vision of Dr. Glenn's to go back to the shelters and bring people that normally aren't in the space to serve, and bridging the gap between those people in the shelters and bringing resources into the community for people that are normally underserved and underserved because they're in shelters. And Doc was homeless when he was a child, so it's really important to us to make sure that we're able to support people as young as possible, as early as possible. That's why we have our camp, right? The camp is football skills and leadership. We chose the evening time because it allows our student athletes that normally don't have things to do in the evening time an opportunity to get off the street, right? The neighborhoods we come from, a lot of the kids get in trouble after the street lights go off. And we wanted to provide an opportunity where they can get the athletic support and also get leadership skills, right? Decision-making, career skills, right? Life skills, an opportunity to be around positive male leadership and coaches that actually believe in their future, right? And believe in planting seeds in them that we know are going to grow and get watered over time, and they're going to go back to the neighborhoods and be peer leaders. So that's what we're doing now with our feeding program and with our camp. And what we're seeing from our community with the kids is they're on technology way too much. There's not enough interaction with each other. They're not spending enough time outside. there's a huge disconnect that we're seeing between the humanity and the person. So every program that we create, we strive for it to be holistic. We strive for it to be organic. We strive for it to be an opportunity for people to get back to themselves, to get back to healing. And at the end of the day, like we talked about earlier, it's all about really providing an environment where people don't feel alone and they don't feel hopeless. So that's kind of what we got going on, Book Bank.
I love that. Football camp started yesterday?
Yeah, we got the coaches together. We got the online registration. Cool. It's been, a great experience, and this is going to be my first time running a football camp. So, I grew up in football, grew up in sports, so I have that experience of actually being in the camps. So I'm taking a lot from what I've learned through college, through the professional level, and kind of implementing that into the camp. So it's amazing. And one thing that I wanted to set up is that the coaches are from Atlanta. So the kids can look to these coaches and say like, hey, they were in my shoes, 10 years ago. So, and like David said, we're implementing leadership. I think that's something that kind of looked away from when we talk about sports. It's more about the athletic side of things, but especially with these kids, we're not all going to make the NFL. We're not all going to be Division I athletes making millions of dollars from sports. But what we can do is branch out into our communities, to our schools, to our athletic groups, to our friend groups. And people look to athletes as celebrities or quote unquote leaders. And so we have to groom them to be those leaders. And I think we're doing a great job with the foundation and with these guys backing everything for the football camp with our connections. It's going to be something that, this camp is going to be around for a very long time in Atlanta. So, yeah,
that's really cool. When we were talking about it the other day, I was thinking about just when I was a kid, we kind of spoke about it a little bit, and thinking about gearing up to go to camp and how cool those people seemed. Like as a kid, these people that are like older than you, and when they care about you a little bit and they're hyping you up and you just feel so cool. Yeah. And it's like, especially the experiential stuff, it's like taking all the pressure off of having to have a in-depth conversation and doing something together, building something together. Is just such a different kind of connection. And I love that with athletics here, a lot of it's arts, but it's like we don't have to get to know each other just through language. We can see each other's character and how we're moving through a process. And maybe I have a part of the process that you don't have, and it kind of like continues that way. Yeah, so thinking about all these, 9 through 12, right?
Yeah, but we're also we're branching it out a little more too, because we thought why not 7? 7 to 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. If I was 7 getting to hang out with y'all, I would feel so cool.
And it's weird because, they learn a lot from us, but we learn a lot from them. So absolutely. We're learning just as much as they are.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, and in leadership, so David Branch, he came on as CEO, and every single programs that existed before he came, their iterations of development that he's taken, he's hands-on with everything, fundraising, dealing with people. Alex is, going pro. He had an injury recently, stopped his entire life, There are a lot of things he could be doing. Shaping the camp, he's directing it, building it, handcrafting like a curator. Again, these things come out of David's mind, out of my heart, and we come together as a team, and we're craftsmen and trying to make the difference. I see that when you talk about what are we seeing with the youth, I'm seeing the dividing of generations. Kids are going into technology, but technology can tell the stories of family and purpose and platform, and it can be told through their lens and through their prisms. So my thought is what I'm seeing is the generations are not blending enough. Culture's not blending enough. Race, religion, sex is just these ecosystems and these boxes that aren't coming together. Yeah. But I think by the default of the ecosystem, people needing water, food, sustainability, it's going to take us back to the raw form of ourselves, which is the humanity of us, the heart of us. And that's why there will be a shift. Hopefully we're teaching well enough that if we're not here to see the complete change, we will see some of the evolution.
I love that. I love the language that you use, ecosystems and humanity, and that mirrors a lot of the language that I think about particularly with youth. I listen to the way we talk about kids in particular, but also people, And it's like, I say all the time to the team, it's like, are you describing a human soul or are you describing a fax machine? Well, I wanted him to do this and he didn't do it. And then I tried to do this and he still didn't do what I wanted him to do. So he must be broken. Fix him. Wow. And that's not the story of a human soul. It's the story of a fax machine or a printer or something mechanical, and I'm not mechanical. And so what does it look like to talk about children especially, but human beings in the form of an ecosystem or people that are connected to each other? And I think we make more sense in connection to each other than we do in isolation. Ooh. And so it's like recreating the community in a strong way so that those ecosystems can thrive, and then your identity in them makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
And you feel connected. And it's like half of the time people tell me like I don't feel well and I'm disconnected and I shouldn't care so much. And I'm like, that's the breath of your human spirit. Of course you should care. You know.
Take it easy.
Jeez.
Take it
I'll
easy.
go off.
We just got here.
Wow, wait a minute. Are we gonna we're gonna start floating?
levitating.
The table goes up first and we're going with it.
We're not floating?
Yeah, y'all have to
yeah.
stop me.
We are
Call me back.
Sorry.
Yeah. So when you were talking before the podcast about language and how important language is for the development of self, I also think about the language that we use describing each other is either like empowerment or disempowerment. And so I love that you have that.
Well, I love the pathways that you're using. We're excited about being a ambassador or a pathway to health, you know. So we want to, speaking with the founders and yourself, I think that's one of the first projects we're going to be doing. We are going to be partnering. We're doing strategic partnerships, so we're not just here talking. Eternal Strength and the Book Bank Foundation are coming together to serve communities. We're going to spaces most people won't. We just did that today, right? This is the launch of it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about help, healing, and getting to heaven on earth.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah,
Mic drop.
You know what I like to say?
What?
We're not talking about those people. We're talking about our people. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All of us.
Yeah.
When I say that, you know, sometimes certain groups are like, yeah, we're talking about us. Like, no, we're not talking about your group. Other people, yeah, we're talking about us as people.
Right.
Everybody.
As a collective consciousness, right?
Yeah.
And I really love what you guys have put together. And I wanted to give another birthday salute to Dr. Glenn.
Yes, sir.
We're honoring him all month for his
Come on.
his life and career of service, right?
Yeah.
And he leads by example, and he's teaching a lot of us how to be free as individuals so that we can go serve in the world, right? And share the love. So my charge, my mission as the Book Bank CEO is to continue his legacy of love that he started 26 years ago. We honor his mother, you know, we honor his brother, we honor the journey that they was on when they were in transition, and we honor the seeds that he planted that have, you know, some of them are grown into mighty trees and some of them are still in development. So, you know,
It's beautiful.
just thank you, Dr. Glenn, for all you've done.
Yes, sir.
And for giving us the water to plant our seeds.
Too kind. I'm just came up with an idea. It's self-expression. It's healing, self-healing. It's a duty. And the greater people like my brothers here, these Book Bank guys and gals and people from all around that aren't on this podcast are the real reason they're doing it.
Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting some of those folks.
Yeah.
Everyone is so cool.
Who was your favorite? What was it?
Shout out to Miss Betty, who was so cool. I loved Miss Betty. I love the way that she talked about her neighborhood and her community. And I guess y'all know her. But
Definitely.
she and I walked together for a long time, and she was so cool. Nice. Yeah, she had the coolest sun hat on.
Yeah.
And it was just,
Real people doing real things.
yeah, I thought of her when you were talking about the importance of grandmothers. I was like, I'm pretty sure. I didn't ask, but I'm pretty sure Miss Betty is somebody's grandma.
Absolutely.
And she was awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And the celebrities, the rappers came out, and
Yeah.
athletes and politicians
It's cool.
and people who live in the community.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's not forget our Book Bank family. We got Kay Bocci.
Yeah.
We got Tony Jackson. He's behind the scenes, you know, keeping us in the air with certain things. We
Aaron
got
Pinkett, D'Anthony
Johnson. We got Barbara Tucker,
John Addison.
John Addison, you know, and all our supporters. And we're excited to keep this going. So this year, Seasons of Givens is coming soon in October. Groceries to Grow. Brother David Austin in the cut. Sign up, sign in, tap in. You know, if you want to volunteer, you want to donate, thebbf.org. You can find us on social media. You can always find Alex online. You can find Dr. Glenn online. You can find myself. And, you know, we're available. You know, if you're trying to make an impact, you're trying to make a difference, you're interested in figuring out how you want to make an impact, hit us up.
Yeah, please do. And check us out on Saturday at 8 o'clock. Dancing around the world.
Yes, sir.
What is that? I
That's
don't know
the global
about that.
The Global Dance Party.
The
Every
Global Dance
Saturday from 8 to 9.
Freshest FM.
Freshest FM. We're going to give you 60 minutes of the best in dance, house, soul, gospel, inspirational. If you like to get up out your seat, if you need some, you know, positive vibes, you know, we got it going on. That's what we're doing.
Beautiful.
You know?
I love that.
And Alex, you know, you might see Alex dancing in the background.
A little salt and pepper.
Let's go. Let's go.
Shopping cart action.
Nice. Yeah, well, I'm just so thankful that y'all came out here, and my hope is that we'll podcast again.
Absolutely.
And we'll keep doing the work from different sides, same sides.
Good.
And sweet.
I wanted to commend these two gentlemen for leading by example. And you know, I'm following them. I'm following their lead. They're taking me under their wing. They do all the groundwork. I mean, we got the CEO and the founder going out there, doing the work. And that's something that they have a lot in common with you guys, is that, you know, you're set up, but at the same time, you're doing the groundwork. And I think that's incredibly important. And so hats off to you guys and everything that you do. And I'm so excited about our collaboration and what we're going to do together. It's going to be amazing.
Here we grow.
Here we grow.
We grow.
Cool. Last thoughts.
No, I think this is
Yeah,
just
we hit it
amazing.
all.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I know.
Go help
thoughts
somebody.
are, let's give them Instagram so they can follow.
Yep.
Eternal
Yeah.
Strength, Book Bank Foundation, what
Put
we're
it in the
doing.
description.
This gentleman's camp, everything this gentleman's doing, bringing food and favor to families.
Yeah.
So if we can, mine is, my Instagram is Glenn, GLENN, The Book Bank is The BBF. And our website is thebbf.org. Mine's drglenntoby.com if people want to email or check out what we're doing professionally. David?
My Instagram is CEO David M. Branch.
Yeah.
Alex.
Mine's Alex Bush, BUSH_9.
Nice. Cool.
What about you? Eternal Strength?
Yep. Eternal Strength, ATL, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe. I
On
don't know
IG?
our own. Yeah, on
Yeah.
Instagram.
Well, just search. Well, you'll see because we're going to
Yeah,
be putting
We'll be
this up,
tagging
so-
them.
Yeah. Awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Close out.
having us.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Hey y'all, this is Wes. Thank you so much for tuning in to Eternal Strength Pirate Radio. Head on over to eternalstrengthatl.com and don't forget to check out cosmiclamb.org, our 501c3 nonprofit, where you can make a donation and help us fulfill the mission of bringing radical youth work to any and all families in need.